Hey coaches, my name is Krista Kathleen. I am a life and business coach, and today we are going to do some free coaching because it's Thursday, and I picked a really juicy topic that we talked about actually in Inner Glow Circle's coach training program, which I'm almost complete with. I am going to be a certified coach here very shortly. I am super excited. But objections are scary and terrifying, and nobody likes them, but I personally am committing to changing my relationship with them because I know they're not going anywhere. I know that objections are a survival mechanism, and a lot of times it roots around money. Money objections are usually like the biggest thing that I come across on discovery calls. And if you've been practicing as a coach, you've probably experienced with your clients as well as you're starting to charge for your services. Hello, Rivka. Yes, this is our call room. I am in Floripa, Brazil right now, and I don't know if you saw my live video, but it was a restaurant on a hill here, and they actually transformed it into our co-working space. And so I don't know what this was at one time, but it is now a call booth for us, and it's just all for YCO. So it's so cool. The view is amazing here. But thanks for being here. So, okay, Rivka, tell me if you've come across any objections. What are the most common objections that's happened for you on discovery calls with your clients? Or, is this something that you've come across? So just type away in the comments section. I would love to hear from you. But I'll keep talking about objections on my end. So I'm going to encourage you to first examine if you're coming across a lot of money objections with your coaching clients. I'm going to challenge you to step back for a second and to ask, what is your relationship with money? Because a lot of times our own stuff will start to see that show up in our work with our clients as well. So people say, I can't afford coaching right now. I don't have the time to spend on it. So there's some objections around money right now there, and there's objections with time as well. So good. Awesome. Thank you for putting those there. So yes. So Rivka, I would love to know too, what is your money story? If you want to type that in, that would be interesting to see what your relationship is and what your money story is. And also, what is your story with time and commitment? So just some things to think about. If you want to comment on that, great. If you want to journal on that later, this is free coaching for you. So yeah, that's kind of a good place to start, is like looking at your own stuff. What is your own relationship with money? What is your own relationship with time and commitment? And then second, let's change our relationship with objections instead of looking at it as scary and as bad. I know I used to see it as, oh, I did something wrong. I didn't show up well enough on the discovery call. I didn't coach well enough. I didn't say the right things. This is why people don't want to work with me. Like, I was immediately taking it personally. And I know I'm not the only one to do something like this. And it's not personal at all. It's, again, that person, their fears and their objections and resistances and survival mechanisms are just coming up to the surface here, which is great. That's actually really good, because this is a great time to start coaching. This is where you really get to step up as a coach and start to help people get their first breakthroughs around something like this. So, I mean, to me, that's incredibly exciting. So instead of wanting to take off and run the other direction, it can, just be a really great time to be like, ooh, all right. Ask the client, are you interested in having a breakthrough today? Great. And always ask their permission. Do I have your permission to do some coaching around this? If they say I can't afford this right now, I can't afford a coach, I don't have the money, you can ask their permission and say, great, is it okay if we do some coaching around this? And then if they say no, you're like, okay, well, I mean, that person's uncoachable then, right? But hopefully they say yes. And then you can start asking them some questions about what's the relationship with money, what's their money story, and see what comes up. And usually that just creates a safe space, and people will go all into their history of whatever it is with their parents or siblings or significant other and that and that. And so then kind of like knowing where they're coming from is a good place to start. And then also stepping up as a leader. I know as coaches, we are leaders. And so instead of just being like, oh, sorry, you can't afford me, I guess it's not going to work out. Like, what can we do to help our client, to get from point A to point B? That's what true leaders do. And so what I love to do is I have a group coaching program that I'm getting ready to launch. It's $199 a month for 3 months. And so I have some calls coming up with some ladies here in the next couple of days that are a little bit concerned about the price. And I'm going to work with them to help them to find and create that money. So I'm going to help them to break down of, if you're working with coaching clients right now, how many clients do you need to bring in $199 a month to do this program? And so just making like a plan of action for your client makes them feel really good and like, oh, cool. Yeah, I can do. Like, wow, I've never spent $200, on a coach before, but now, yeah, when you put it this way, and it encourages them to step up in their own businesses as well. Right? Like, so once they can start getting paid for their services and everything, then it makes them just feel good and like want to keep going, want to start working with more clients and getting paid, or want to start raising their prices. And so it's just like a win-win all around. This is why objections are just awesome. They're beautiful. So, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment of my website. I'm so happy with it. You probably read my post. I used to have my own do-it-yourself website for so long, and I was just so embarrassed with it. It didn't feel good. And now having a beautiful website that I love sending people to, it makes all the difference in the world. I feel like it was absolutely worth the investment, and I'm already seeing it pay off. And so Kelly Weber Preston did it, and she's a genius. She's incredible. So thank you, Rivka, so much for that acknowledgement. Another thing too, I'm seeing here the objection, I don't have time to spend on it. So at least for my coaching programs, they spend an hour a week on my calls. So 60 minutes, we meet every week. And that's really nothing at all at the end of the day. Like, they don't even have to worry about driving anywhere or parking. They don't even have to like get ready for our calls. They don't have to put on makeup, or they can just be in their robe. Like 60 minutes, like out of an entire week, that's really like nothing time commitment wise. And then, if the client wants to do more in between sessions, they can. Like, that's, at the end of each session, you're going to decide an action plan for your client. And so if they want a lot of results, they're, 2 feet in, let's do this. You may have them doing a lot in between the calls as far as like journal prompts and self-growth exercises or whatever they need to grow their business. But if they just want to do the 60 minutes a week, and then that's really not a big time commitment at all at the end of the day. When you think, how many hours are in a week? I don't even know. If someone knows, shout it out. But yeah, so I think just objections are just a great way to show up powerfully as a coach and a leader, stand for your client, help them to get that first breakthrough, and help them to create that action plan of how to work with you and to hire you. And don't be like I used to do and just like get scared and be like, oh, sorry, I guess it's not going to work out. I guess you don't have the time. I guess you don't have the money. Like, no, don't buy into that. If they're really committed to working with you, you guys will find a way to make that happen. And I've seen that with Inner Glow Circle. They charge $10,000 for their coach training program, which I'm just getting ready to graduate from. And I've seen women who want it so bad. And when they know that they want it and they set those goals, they write it down on paper, they start finding the money. For me personally, I found the money through my divorce. I got sold out of my house, and at first I was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. I really want it. And my coach helped me to brainstorm, and I was like, I actually do have the money. So a lot of times it's so easy to quickly go and say, like, I don't have the money, but a lot of times we do have the money, right? maybe someone borrowed money from us and owes us, so you could get money that way. You can open up a credit card and just, temporarily spend money, and then you'll be getting that money back. There's retirement funds, there's tax refund money. Like I have a client right now that's going to be using her tax refund money to start working with me. So there's just like all kinds of ways to find money in our life. And our first response doesn't have to be like, I just don't have it. Because honestly, that mindset is not going to get us to the top. If we are going to be badass entrepreneurs, we have to say, okay, you know what? I don't have this yet, but I'm going to do whatever it takes so I can find it and so I can create it. And that is the mindset of a truly successful entrepreneur at the end of the day. So I encourage all of you to get into that mindset yourself, so that way then you can teach your clients how to get into that mindset. So remember, a lot of this work is doing the work yourself first, treating yourself as that first client. So that way you can really help and be there for your clients as well. So hopefully that helps. I hope that you all start to fall in love with Objections as much as I am starting to. And if there's anything else that comes up for you, any questions, any needs, just put it in the comment section. And just to let you all know, my first group coaching program in here, the Coaching Warrior program, so excited. April 2nd is the launch date. I'm inviting 6 women into this program, and we're going to meet every Monday night, 60 minutes on Zoom, and we are going to just coach the shit out of you, helping you to move forward in your business or in your personal life, whatever it is you want to achieve. And then you're going to also get paired with a coaching buddy as well, so you can practice role playing. So if you're really scared about doing objections, you can role play objections with that coaching buddy, or just going through like different scenarios and everything. So that way you show up as a rock star in your coaching business. So I'm going to be releasing more details about this soon. If this is something you're interested in, put your email in the comment section and I will reach out to you. We can schedule a chat. I'll tell you all about it. I'm so excited for this. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. You're amazing. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.